Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting crystal-filled
Yes.
episode of The Wayward Dragon.
Yes.
I forgot what podcast we were on for a second.
Yes. Yes. I'm Kelsey, and that's Johnny. And for this episode, we're going to be talking about crystal grids and crystal layouts. Those are kind of two totally different things. But
Are they?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm learning something new today, guys.
I know they can't see this, but I actually have a grid. A layout is more I would consider layouts more with Reiki healing because it's around your body.
Okay.
That's how I'm interpreting this. A grid is something that you use sacred geometry with, and you put them in a certain places, and we'll talk about that. And you meditate like with the intention under it. The layouts I would kind of be more like to relieve stress, help your immune system, or if you have something else, maybe um an anxiety, kind of balance out your chakras more. I can see layouts more for balancing your chakras and stuff. A grid you would use more for something, intentions. So you want that job, or you want more money this year, you want to be more successful and stuff. That's what I would that's how I interpret layouts versus grids. But before we begin, I'm going to apologize. I have whatever this cold that's going around is, where you feel better, you get sick for a couple weeks, feel better, and then you get sick again. So I'm going to apologize. And I'm also going to apologize. I kind of backlogged episodes because of like the wedding and all this stuff. So everything that is out is everything that's current that we recorded last year. This is the first episode for this year. So once those episodes are out, then we go back to once a week. Just want to let everybody know the 2 times a week is not something that's not staying. I just did that to get everything out, and so we'd have it out in a timely manner. So now, how are you?
Good. I'm not dying. I'm not super congested.
You were congested last time.
I can still smell things that aren't dog farts, so I'm doing all right. How are you?
I can smell my dog's farts, but I can't smell my incense. That's how I've always known I've had COVID, is if my dog farts, and I'm like, oh, Baba. That's how I've always, I don't have COVID. I can still smell the dog farts. But every time I've had COVID, it gives me different things. So, like this past time I had COVID over my honeymoon, now everything is super spicy to me. Like, real spicy. But, like, my husband can probably drink hot sauce and not be phased. So, where last time him and I had COVID, it was the other way around. I could probably drink hot sauce and not be phased. And pepper was too spicy for him. So, I'm so thankful that I have a seasonal job and I'm home. I'm sick and I'm home. I could not imagine doing this while working. Oh my God. Because there was a couple days I didn't have a voice. My poor husband, I sounded like I'd been at a concert, just screaming and nothing. I'm like, awesome. So, all right, let's get into this. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about layouts and crystal grids today. The first thing that we're going to talk about is a layout. So sometimes for crystals and grids, you need very specific stones, stone types. And that there's a reason why I wanted to do this after we talked about like how different crystals come, because that's very, you need to know those things for if you're doing a crystal grid, especially if you're doing crystal layout, because certain layouts call for the crystals to be in a certain form, like a tower or a point or something. I'm not gonna get it out now, but there was one that showed like a self-love layout, and you needed clear quartz, and you needed 4 points to have them on your chest. Like, so sometimes the layouts call for certain things. Just, if you don't have it, it's not necessarily the end of the world. Just do with what you have. Don't go out of your way to buy the crystals in order to do these layouts and grids. Just work with what you have. So the example I'm going to talk about is, because I am sick, there's layouts for stimulating your immune system. There are many crystals that help with immune systems. So for one layout, you could put pink smithonite over your heart. Then you're going to put green tourmaline over your thymus, which is above your heart. And then you want a quartz point above your head. And then you're going to put malachite. You're going to get 8 pieces of malachite, and you're going to put that all around you. And then you're going to lay in this grid for like 15-20 minutes. Or however long you feel is necessary. I don't know. Take a nap. If you don't want to do that, you could also tape green tourmaline over your thymus while you're sleeping. I don't know how well that would stick. And then place pink smithonite at each corner of your bed and then under your pillow. I suggest, if you're going to, and I'll say this again in our next episode when we talk about pendulums and like how you can like wear crystals and stuff. If you are going to place stuff under your pillow, get like a bag or something to put them in so you don't lose them, and put them in your pillowcase. Don't physically put them under your pillow. I can't tell you how many times I've lost crystals under my bed. My cats have, because I have a cat that likes to sleep in my head. He's tried to eat them. Like, just get like a little mesh bag and put them in the mesh bag and put them in the pillowcase. That way you don't have.
Is this Twitch? This sounds like
baby
Twitch.
girl. No, Apollo will eat anything. Because Apollo sleeps in my head and like paws out. So like, if you are gonna sleep with anything under your bed, under your pillow, just take precautions. And especially if you're gonna have crystals around the room. My crystals are always in places my animals can't get to them, because baby girl will eat anything. She will bite anything. So like, just be aware if you're gonna do layouts and stuff. Maybe shut your animals out or something. And then like another layout would be like a chakra layout. So pick crystals that fit the chakra points that you have, and then put them on the chakra points on your body. So like the crown one, you would put like above your head and like your third eye and like stuff, and then you just kind of lay there for 15-20 minutes. And now we're going to talk about crystal grids. So crystal grids have very specific layouts because they are hooked to sacred geometry. So we're not going to really go down the rabbit hole of sacred geometry, because we could talk about sacred geometry for a very long time. But the Cliff Notes version,
That's a
that's a
different
totally
episode.
different episode, but I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version. All this information I found about the grids is from a website called Drops of Gratitude. She has wonderful material, and she even has pictures on how to lay out your grids. But what is sacred geometry? The Cliff Notes version is that it is based on the principle that all things in the universe throw through a predetermined shape corresponding to their molecular vibration. And then it's kind of all the same shapes. The grid that I have is a metadon grid. Because I got one out of a Mindful Souls box. So that's the grid that I have. With Drops of Gratitude, she sells a couple different grids that we're going to talk about. So you have a Metrodon grid, a Seed of Life grid, and then a Flower of Life grid are kind of examples that she has. So if you're going to use the Metrodon Cube grid, which is one that I have, this represents the journey of energy through the universe and the balance of it within the universe. So this is good for manifesting things like patience or happiness. The Seed of Life, obviously birth. So it's the doorway to possibilities. You're going to want to use this grid to help you work, if you want to work with balance, harmony, truth, protection, creation, and completion. And then the Flower of Life grid, this represents the circle of life. So this grid's going to be the most powerful grid of the three. You can obviously do your research because there's more sacred geometry shapes, and just kind of use whatever fits well for you. But if you're going to use the Flower of Life grid, you're only going to use this if you want guidance or answers to something going on within your life. So how do you use the crystal grid? So one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to find 13 stones in total. So you don't have to go out and buy new ones. You can always work with what you have, because different crystals have multiple meanings. Amethyst is not the only positive crystal. There's more. So out of those 13, you're going to pick one focus or anchor stone. You're going to pick 6 way stones and 6 desire stones. So the anchor stone is the one that's going to collect the universe life force, and it's going to channel the energy through the grid. The way stones are around the focus stone and enhance the energy. And then the desire stones are the foundation. They gather the energy of the other stones and create strength and power within the grid. Now that you've picked what you want, you're going to figure out what your intention is. And you're going to write that intention on a piece of paper. And you can either put that piece of paper under the grid itself, or you can keep it in your hands while you meditate in front of the grid. It's up to you, personal preference. So once you've figured your intention and you've placed it wherever you want to place it, you're going to start with your 6 desire stones. She didn't specify. She just said 6. Oh, my heater just shut off. And so I'm assuming you pick up the 6 desire stones, and you are going to gather them in your hands and kind of meditate and think about the thing that you want. And you're going to imagine that you already have it. Once you feel kind of connected to your stones, you're going to place them on the outer ring in a symmetrical fashion. So if it was a clock, you'd put 1 at 2 and then 1 at 8. noon, and 6. 4 and 10. Like those o'clock on the outer ring. And then the next 6 stones, the way stones, you're going to do the same thing. Gather them in your hands. Think about your intention and that you already have it. And then you're going to place it on an inner ring a little bit closer to the middle, but you're going to put it in between each stone. So it'll kind of be like a weird zigzag all the way around.
Okay.
And then once you've done that, you're going to pick up your anchor stone and you're going to place this in the middle and you're going to say your intention out loud. And then you're going to thank the stones for assisting you. And now that you've had your grid, you can meditate in front of the grid with the intention, or you can just kind of just sit in its presence. You can keep the grid up as long as you feel it is necessary for you. I would say if you're going to change out crystals, you're going to have to redo the whole thing. But yeah, Sage Goddess, she does a couple different, I think she's got videos on how to do, we talk about Sage Goddess, miss that lady a lot. She's got different videos, I think, on how to do that. Different. And I mean, you can pick out stones for whatever you want, whether you want a new job or somebody's bothering you or you feel like you have a lot of negative energy or something. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, like I said, you don't always have to go out and buy new crystals to fit the grid that you need, that you want. If you're on a budget or you're really trying to save money this year, just work with what you have. There's more than one positive stone. Like I've said, there's more than one protection stones. There's more than one grounding stone. Work with what works best for you. And now, kind of fill some time here. We're going to talk about some green crystals. Bobby, hold on. Baba, the other dogs are allowed to pee and poop in peace, please. My neighbor.
He says no.
My neighbor has, like, I think I've told you, she's got, like, she trains, like, agility dogs, so there's a lot of dogs all the time. Mm-hmm. And it's like, Mom, they're out here. They're out here. So, one of the ones that I'm going to talk about is one of the favorites that I have, and I mispronounce it all the time, and Johnny corrects me, is malachite. I love malachite. It's such a pretty green with its swirls and stuff. This one is toxic if you put it in water. This is one of those ones where I don't shower with it. It kind of sits on my shelf when I need it or when I'm not wearing it and stuff. So I have all, you can probably hear me, but I wear a lot of mine as bracelets and stuff. So this is one of the ones that I don't take in the shower with me. This is a good transformation stone. It's a low power, kind of low vibration stone. If moldavite is too much for you, this would be a good one to have if you want transformation of stuff, but it's a little too scary. It helps with shyness, stress, insomnia, allergies, menstrual, and a lot of female organ problems. It helps with your immune system. And stuff. It's reputed to protect against the evil eye, witchcraft, and evil spirits. This stone is a powerful cleanser for the emotional body, releasing past life or childhood trauma. But it's best used by a qualified healer. Because, I mean, it can get intense sometimes. But all crystals can get intense depending on what you're using them for. So, as always, do your research. Um, it has a strong affinity with Devonic forces and heals the earth. It can be used for scrying. Um, the next one will be adventuring. I have a couple pieces of this. Um, will help balance your male to female energy, thymus gland, blood pressure, metabolism. It helps inflammation, allergies. This is a very positive stone. This is one that you can use in a grid to grid gardens and houses against geopathic stress, whatever that means. By wearing it, it will help absorb electromagnetic smog and protects against environmental pollution. I don't know about that one. It helps protect against metaphysical vampirism of the heart energy. So if you have someone that like literally sucks the energy out of you when you're around them, might not be a bad idea to get some of this. Because we all know someone in our life that does that.
Yep.
Why you're still friends with them, I don't understand. That's my new thing with this year. If you've sucked the life out of me, we're not being friends anymore. Another one that I wear is moss agate. So this is it looks like moss, like if moss was trapped in beads or in like crystal. This is such a pretty, like green, gray, like swirls. It's so pretty. This one will help fight against cold and flu. That's one of the reasons why I wear it all the time, because I'm around so many fucking kids. It helps with dehydration, the flow into your lymph nodes, depression caused by left-right brain imbalance, negative energies. It helps stabilize your aura. It's another transformation stone. In ancient times, moss agate was the gardener's talisman. It is said to refresh the soul and enable you to see the beauty in all you behold. It's a birthing crystal. A lot of midwives used to use it in their work. And because it's an agate, it possesses all the properties of agates. I'm just going through this and picking out ones that look... Ooh, bloodstone. Oh, I have some bloodstone. This isn't green, though. This doesn't look green. And the one that I have is not green either. So bloodstone. This helps with purification, your lymph nodes, your kidneys, intestines, leukemia. I'm not going to say the other ones. This stone assists in living in the present moment, but in ancient Babylon it was used to overcome enemies and was believed to cause stone walls to fall. I don't know how true that is. It was said to have mystical and magical properties, controlling the weather and conferring the ability to banish evil and negativity to direct spiritual energies. It was, in ancient times, it was regarded as an audible oracle that gave warning to danger. It's an excellent blood cleanser. Lots of quartz. Bloodstone. That does not do a whole lot. Why are you in here? like it's like a slip of stuff. Ooh, emerald. Emerald is the May birthstone. So that helps with claustrophobia, mental clarity, mutual understanding, patience. It helps with your sinuses, heart, spleen, antidote for poison. So emerald derives from the Greek word semgos, semargos, meaning green stone, but the oldest mine is Egyptian, dating back 3000 BCE. They were traditionally bound to the left arm to protect travelers or to give or given to people to exorcise their demons. Um,
My demons need a workout.
Hi, my demon and I were friends. It is said to protect from enchantment and ploys of magicians. It will foretell the future, known as the Stone of Successful Love. Um, don't wear it constantly; it can be overstimulating. There must be a squirrel in front of that window. Ooh, highlight! I have one of these. It broke. Um, so this helps with if you have a lot of turbulent emotions, rage, soft tissue, insomnia, memory, powerful character traits. So, Howlite encourages you to set aside the personal mask you don to face the world, allowing you to be true to yourself and your inner knowing. This stone opens attunement and prepares the mind to receive wisdom. It will help aid your journey out of the body and ascending past lives, focusing your eyes into how light transforms you to another time or dimension. So if you want to find out your past lives, you can do a past life grid or layout, and that would be one to place on your third eye. That'd be a good one.
Gotcha.
I have one of those. It broke in transit. I forget where I bought that from. A lot of these are like colors of other ones, like Jasper's, leopard skin Jasper. That actually looks pretty cool. Okay, so we'll talk about Jade and then we'll talk about Moldavite. And then we'll do our cards. Okay. Or maybe we'll do a couple. A lot of these are just colors of different ones. Yeah. All right. So Jade is a very popular one that is in a lot of jewelry. So it helps with longevity, detoxification, filtration, fertility, the ratio of salt and water and acid, like the pH of your body. It helps keep all that in check. It's been seen as a sacred stone for a very long time. It was included with Chinese grave goods to give vitality to the deceased. Was used for weather magic, being forcefully thrown into the water to call upon stone mist or rain. It's a protector against danger for children. Jade can undo physical harm. This stone is a symbol of purity, serenity, and nurturing. It is a dream stone placed on the Somo chakra. It brings insightful dreams. So if you're doing like a chakra grid or a layout, that's where you can put that. It'll help stabilize your personality. So if you feel like you're kind of going through a lot of mood swings, that would be kind of a good stone to have maybe as a necklace. But this stone will encourage you to become who you are and recognizing yourself as a spiritual being on a human journey, which means aren't we all that? Last green one, and I think the last one we'll talk about because I don't want to make this episode too long. Because I mean we can keep talking about crystals. Ooh, smithite. Is Moldavite. Now, I've said more than once, Moldavite. This is from an asteroid. So this is something that is from outside of our normal human realm. If I remember right, there's only one real source of Moldavite, and it's like in Romania or some shit. So Moldavite is definitely one that if you're going to buy it, do your research on where it's coming from. Because anytime you are buying crystals, you have to make sure that you are buying from a reputable source. A lot of crystals can get faked. Moldavite is one of the big ones that gets faked. And again, Moldavite is very big transformation stone. It is not for the faint of heart. If you want stuff to happen in your life, this is the one for you. But be aware, we're not fucking around here. Like, we are doing the things. We are doing the things.
Yep.
It will, I, I want to say it was during the first lockdown. There was like a resurgence of spirituality, but some people bought Moldavite, and there's a video of this like girl crying because she bought Moldavite, and like her boyfriend broke up with her, she lost her job, and like a couple other things happened. Moldavite will set you on the path that you need to be on, and it does not give a fuck what stands in its way. Does not care. It's going to make it happen whether you want it to or not, and it's going to be an unpleasant journey. That being said, and I can say that because my husband has some, and we have it in our bedroom. Like, if it doesn't want you to do something, it will let you know. And like, it will make it damn near impossible for you to do the thing that you want to do. And like, if that friend isn't being shady, guess what? Their behavior is going to get more shady. Like, it makes it so that like people aren't in your life that shouldn't be there and everything. So, sorry.
You're good.
So it'll also help with finding the gift in an illness, whatever that means. It'll help you diagnose stuff. That's literally what the book says. Finding the gift in an illness. I don't know how you can find a gift in an illness, but whatever. Compassion, security, it'll help with emotional trauma. It is from a meteorite. It struck the earth, obviously. And because of that, it kind of infused with whatever it hit. So it's been used since the Stone Age as a talisman and an amulet for good fortune and fertility. It will bring you into communication with your higher self and with extraterrestrials, if that's something that you want to do, because it technically is not a natural mineral. It is from the space.
The space.
Yeah, you're gonna have a connection to the cosmos. And if you are interested in connecting with extraterrestrials and all that sort of stuff, this is your thing. It'll help you get in touch with ascended masters, cosmic messengers, all that stuff. It integrates the divine blueprint, accelerates spiritual growth by downloading information from the Ashka record and the light body. You can go forward to your future life to see the results if you want. Kind of look into the future, I guess, as you meditate with it. It's good for sensitive people who find it difficult being in incarceration on Earth. So if you feel like you're trapped on Earth, like this is not what I'm meant to do, type thing. Yeah, it's a big transformation stone. It's a high vibration stone. Yeah. Ooh, Amazon. I have that one. All right. That's all we're going to talk about crystal wise. I'm trying to keep these episodes a little bit shorter. We've been running a little bit on the longer side. All right. So, do you want to go first with your card?
Sure. So my deck, like I've said this before, is a little different than most tarot decks. It is from Spirit Science, which they have some good stuff. They have some stuff that I question because it's a bit out there and some of their theories are a bit out there. But I really enjoy some of their information and really enjoy the art on these cards. So I bought these cards forever ago. These are the cards I typically use. Why I say they're a little different is because this deck has some cards in it that are not They're not in your standard tarot deck. Let's say that.
It's like, is it unique to
Easiest way to
just
say
that
it.
deck?
Yes. Yes. I don't know why they did it that way, but they did. Uh, so the card that kind of pulled itself because I was shuffling and it popped out and flipped
Yeah.
over, and I think you had a similar
Yeah, it
thing
started
happen.
to pop out.
Is the crown. So when you draw the crown, it describes the grand and harmonious completion and resolution of a cycle in your life and the beginning of a bold new adventure from a new way of thinking. Uh, it most often signifies ideas such as uh, everything coming together at long last or experiencing mastery of a profession or craft. This card could even signify traveling to a new place, both inside yourself and the outside world. In the most cosmic and esoteric sense, the crown represents the ability to take control of your destiny, embodying all that you truly are, and actively creating your reality with great spiritual understanding and enlightenment.
Okay.
What you got?
I pulled the sun. And I love this point in the movie too. So I have a Nightmare Before Christmas deck, and it's Jack with his eyes in the lights when he's singing. Um, so the sun, keywords: joy, success, celebration, positivity. The sun is the giver of life, and as such, it is associated with vitality, joy, and knowledge. The light that it shines brings us the clarity and understanding of truth, piercing through the darkness, simultaneously energizing us with life. When the sun appears, expect luck, success, and victory. Light is on your side. Cards lesson: I feel the joy of being alive. So this is a yes card. If you were going to ask a yes or no question.
Okay. So I guess that would be just how do we figure that one out? That's interesting. So I guess it's a yes. Like I don't know. I think your card just kind of like backs up what mine is saying about, you know, you've completed one massive journey in your life or completed one part of your life, and it's time to venture forth or move forth and build on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're heading in the right direction. The journey you've had so far, that chapter is closing. That chapter has ended, and you have a lot of opportunity and a brand new journey ahead of you now. Like we're done dealing with all that other stuff now. That stuff's there. We're not going back to that now or ever.
Yeah.
Like you have a brand new journey, a good journey. I mean, not every journey is a good journey. You have a lot of ups and downs, like with anything. But like this is your journey. You're on your right path, and all the choices, the hard choices that you've made up until now, you've made good ones.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of take that. That's a good card to pull for the beginning of the year. That's a good one. Those are good cards to pull for.
Especially considering just how shit has gone in past years. It's been a difficult decade so far.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, to say the least. Like, yeah, those are really good cards to pull for the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Those are good. All right. So the next episode, we're going to be talking about pendulums and wands and how you can wear your jewelry, if you should activate it, and stuff like that. So that's going to tie up the last part of our crystal series. Please rate, view, subscribe. Please tell a friend. You can join us on Facebook and Instagram. I do post, I'm going to get better at it this year. I'm going to post pictures along with each episode, especially for our book episodes, our review episodes, so you guys kind of have an understanding of what books we're talking about. And if you have a topic recommendation, a book recommendation, please email us at thewaywarddragons@gmail.com. But please rate, view, subscribe. Please tell a friend, tell your enemies, tell everybody. Ugh.
So,
and as always,
yeah, until next time,
and I'm
John.
Kelsey. Bye.
Bye.